California dreaming about you.
This is Shawna Robinson. The white number 21 spins, backs in the wall, then the right front comes around. Also, Joe Bessie just to the right side of the screen. As we widen out, I think you'll be able to see he was also involved in the crash.
And we have a crash up in turn number 3. A couple of cars involved. Shawna Robinson and Michael Waltrip comes through and hits Richard Lassiter very hard from behind.
Wow.
Lassiter's car was stopped at the bottom of the racetrack, and Michael Waltrip had no place to go and hit Richard very, very hard. But Richard is getting the car going again, obviously not injured. It is, however, our first caution flag of the evening after 30 laps of racing. There's Shawna Robinson, who is also involved in the number 25 car.
Well, she's got some heavy damage to the left front.
Well, it happened out in turn number 3, and here we have it. That's Lassiter. Up on top of the track is Robinson.
They look like they got together. There goes Nemechek right through the middle of them. And Shawna Robinson backs the car in the wall. We can see the tire mark would hit the wall. So
we see right there she's already turned around backwards coming off the 4th turn. And once here she's going to back up. Watch the 75 car right in the middle of smoke. He's going to turn down pit road. The blue and white car turns down pit road. Those 2 cars were the inside. He goes 6 goes right up through the grass. Shawna, excuse me, Shawna turns around. Gets the car corrected, didn't get back out in traffic, did a good job right there. There she is spinning all the way off the 4th turn. Lucky he didn't get up in the middle of that traffic.
Here is the replay. That's Green, Bonnet, Parsons, and Marlin there, and it happened in front of them.
Shawna Robinson just spins the car, and Phil Parsons goes in there. Also does Bobby Donner. Then we see David Green spinning. That's Phil Parsons in the 18 car.
On the front row, over here in position 2, Shawna Robinson, also on Hoosier tires. Shawna, you've had a little trouble running up front in this series. I know you want to get some respect from America and also the drivers in the garage area. Maybe both of those goals could be accomplished today.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're hoping for. The Polaroid car's running real good. You know, I think anything, I want to get the respect from the fans because they've been supporting me through the rough times in this series, and I'm sure there'll be more rough times, but we're going to start today on making some good times.
Here's what happened to Shawna Robinson. Howie.
Ooh. Man. Ooh. Just see the right front wheel on that car wobbling. When you hit it hard enough to break that ball joint like that, you have hit a ton.
If I can make it, Shawna Robinson's walked out of the infield care center. Shawna, I know you're disappointed, but are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, you know, it's just frustrating that I just made it a short day and was just being a little too aggressive getting back through the field, and he moved up a little bit on me, but, you know, I probably should have just been a little more patient. Made it a long day.
Nothing broke?
No, nothing's broke except my heart. We'll be at Richmond in full force, so the Polaroid car will definitely be up front.
But I think the biggest surprise of all is the car that's sitting on the pole. This could be the only other driver in NASCAR racing with a ponytail and an earring just like me. Yeah. I know you're looking forward to some big things. You sat on the outside pole at Rockingham. Here you are on the pole at Atlanta, possibly the biggest race of your career, starting up front. What do you think about things? Are you looking forward to it? Are you excited? Are you confident with yourself?
Every one of those things, Kyle. I'm extremely excited and definitely looking forward to it. We're gonna, you know, if the car feels good, I'm going for it and use my head, drive a smart race. But, you know, I'm gonna try to keep her up front all day long. The Polaroid car should be real good for us today.
Well, she's run good in the past. She run good at Rockingham. She run good last week at Richmond, and I know she's looking forward to this race. Back to you, Benny. But I think the biggest surprise of all is the car that's sitting on the pole. This could be the only other driver in NASCAR racing with a ponytail and an earring just like me. Yeah. I know you're looking forward to some big things. You sat on the outside pole at Rockingham. Here you are on the pole at Atlanta, possibly the biggest race of your career, starting up front. What do you think about things? Are you looking forward to it? Are you excited? Are you confident with yourself?
Every one of those things, Kyle. I'm extremely excited and definitely looking forward to it. We're gonna, you know, if the car feels good, I'm going for it and use my head, drive a smart race. But, you know, I'm gonna try to keep her up front all day long. The Polaroid car should be real good for us today.
Well, she's run good in the past. She run good at Rockingham. She run good last week at Richmond, and I know she's looking forward to this race. Back to you, Benny.
As the Busch cars come down and Carl Simmons waves the green flag, history is made. Shawna Robinson becomes the first young lady to win the pole in Busch Series competition, and she leads the charge in the turns 1 and 2.
She's running tough on that inside line. I'll tell you, she really wants to do well today. She's very motivated to go out there and...
They go 3 wide. turn 3, Benny Parsons, Mike Wallace. Oh, crash! Looks like that Mike Wallace is going to lead the lap, and Shawna Robinson did not. She crashes, don't come back around, does not complete that first lap. They went in the corner 3 abreast. Well, that's hard to do, Brett. Now 3 wide. Shawna Robinson sees a car beneath her, is trying to get there. She sees Shawna trying to get her car refired, trying to give Mike Wallace some room, but it's tough up there. She moves up to give Wallace some room, and then suddenly there's no room.
This looks like a wide race. The groove is very narrow as we see the 3 cars try to get into the 3rd turn together. Mike Wallace and Shawna get together first. That ricochets Shawna up into Joe Nemechek, and then those 2 drivers are just trying to keep their car away from the rest of the competitors.
Joe Nemechek is with Kyle Petty as we have a pass for the lead.
Joe, you started on the outside pole. You won last week, coming off a big high. What did it look like? You were between a rock and a hard place. What did it look like from your angle?
I got caught up in it, and I'm gonna speak my mind right now. Before the race, some people came down and told me what Mike Wallace was going to do. He was going to get up under Shawna and get her loose at the start of the race, and he did just what he said. And Shawna got loose and took me out with it, and it's wrong. We have belts out and Cintas on our cars. Brand new people trying to get into the sport, and it looks terrible. The first lap, we're in the wall, and it's wrong. I think NASCAR should penalize Mike Wallace. I mean, he did it intentionally, got Shawna loose. And we've been having these big powwows, hey, we're supposed to be safe drivers, looking out for each other. Well, that wasn't too safe, and I think he could have injured a lot of people, including myself and Shawna and the rest of the field. And, it's just a tough day. We'll be back. We'll be ready for Winston Cup tomorrow.
Talk about disappointment early today. Our pole sitter, a record setter, and a young lady who put her name in the history book, Shawna Robinson, is standing by with Kyle Petty.
Yeah, Shawna, you made history. You sat on the pole. You had some high expectations, and you got in that first lap accident. And I'm going to have to tell you up front that Joe Nemechek absolutely blasted Mike Wallace on the deal. What did you see? You were kind of sandwiched in between them. What happened?
Oh, I was definitely in between him. I knew Joe was on the right. My spotter just said you got a car coming on the inside. And I held my line, and he flat turned right into my car. There's a big dent right on the right side to prove it. It just shows what kind of class somebody has out there. And there was a statement made before the race that he said he was going to do that. And, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. But if he thinks that was going to benefit him, I think he's got another thing coming. We had a good race car out here, and I'm working hard to get where I am. And if somebody just can't take the fact that a woman's in racing and he thinks he's going to do something like that, I'm not walking away. So we've got a lot more races this year, and, I'm never going to trash anybody on TV. We're all race car drivers, but, I think that class shows that we're seeing it right now.
Well, there you have it. You can see she's upset, but she's still got a smile on her face, Benny.
Boy, she is a fireball, and that's why she's such a good competitor and a great race car driver. Not only is she gorgeous, she has got a tremendous amount of spirit, and good for you, Shawna.
We got a couple of cars together already. Here we go. Shawna Robinson around. Into the wall.
She backs it into the wall. The 49 of A.J. Frank gets into her. Caution flag still not out, however. Shawna's able to refire and get going.
Matt, one woman has raced in the Daytona 500. It was Janet Guthrie the last time she did it, 1980. Shawna Robinson, you're close on speed. Can you race your way into the Daytona 500?
Well, I definitely feel like we can. We've been good in happy hour and, in drafting practice, and the car sucks up good. It seems like as long as you have a partner in front and behind, you're good, and that's what we'll do. We'll put ourselves in a position to be there.
We'll definitely be watching Shawna for luck. She has a picture of her dad's race car on her dashboard. Lefty used to be a late model racer. Phil?
Bubble, turn 2, Mike Skinner, and more. Spencer spinning, Buckshot Jones is in it. These are the guys, too, that needed to race their way in.
Shawna Robinson is on pit road, fairly heavy damage to the right front, and as you can see, it seems that it's gotten the radiator as well, as they now tell her to kill the engine.
While we were away, Shawna Robinson made a pit stop, comes back out and gets up and into the second turn wall this time. The caution has come out.
Okay, here we go. It's what we've been waiting for right here.
Watch the girl on the jack. She's got a lot of work to do right there. She can barely get that thing up, you see? She got it.
These things are heavy, guys.
90 pounds of tire and wheel there, folks. That's not an easy thing to lug around.
The jack's about 33 pounds, but the cylinder in it to get the thing up pretty quickly is tremendously difficult to manipulate.
Most of these guys on the jack weigh 190, 200 pounds. That girl doesn't weigh probably about 130 something. She's working
girl.
hard.
Yeah, you got time to get 4 girls.
Only went with the 2.